No,
All this.
you know, that's the difference between, the pros and college. In college, you do it for the love of the sport. Yeah, in the back of your mind, I guess you have to hope that something may happen. But the bottom line is, I mean, look, I used to tell my students, all of them used to think they were going to be in the NBA. I said, the hell with the NBA. I said, I remember one time I had a student wearing a hockey jersey. And I said to him, do you play? He said, no, I like the jersey, so I got it. I said, and he was a big kid. I said, you know something? You want to be smart? I said, learn how to skate and play hockey. I said, because there are very few black hockey players. I said, if you want to really make it, I said, go someplace where they don't know you. And this kid was a bruiser. He could have been a great defenseman, But they all think they're going to play in the NBA or Major League Baseball.
You mean NFL football? Because it's
all football,
very
exactly.
difficult to get.
Yeah.
Very difficult to get children to come out of baseball nowadays.
It's not challenging enough for them. They like the action of football. They like the running up and down of the court in basketball.
Soccer.
I was just going to say, soccer is becoming very big now
for the kids. It's for younger kids, especially.
Yeah, but still.
Well, what are you guys going to do now that Jeter's gone?
Oh, I
there in New York.
Let me tell you, I miss him already. I honestly don't know what the Yankee lineup is going to look like. Teixeira's back, I know. A-Rod is back. Some of the pitchers are back. It's a work in progress for the Yankees. They have to really try to start to rebuild. Look, when Jeter left, it was the end of an era. You had Posada, Pettit, Mariano Rivera, and Jeter, the core four. And now they're all gone.
My grandson was crazy about Jeter.
He's 17. Is he playing senior high school ball?
Yeah, matter of fact, he plays shortstop.
All right, good for him.
Good.
Is he quick?
You guys have had a lot of legends out there.
He has the moves.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Good.
But he only weighs about 140. He weighs about 145 pounds now.
Well, when he goes to college, they'll start to bulk him up. He'll start to work out with weights, and he'll be eating a little better, maybe a little more, putting on, more carbs, more muscle. And look, he still has room to grow. How tall is he?
About 5'10".
All right.
Probably grow another 2 more inches.
Couple of more inches to go. Couple of more inches and about 35 more pounds, something like that, and he'll really be a force to be reckoned with. He doesn't have to hit home runs. All he has to do is get singles and doubles and score runs and be a good fielder.
Well, he has to enjoy the game.
That goes without saying.
And he has to enjoy it with or without becoming, a professional or whatever.
Hey, right now he's doing it for the love of the sport, and he loves to do it with his grandfather, and that's terrific.
Is he going to college next year?
Going to college in this fall, September.
Yeah.
Does he know what school yet?
He'll be going down to LSU for engineering.
Good for him.
How's their baseball team?
Well, I tell you what, they got a beautiful stadium. We've been down there to showcases. They're in the SC, the D1 school. But very beautiful. they got a good engineering program. He's going into gas and petroleum. They got 6 live wells there on that their department.
You know, I have a cousin of mine who's he's one of the best known engineers in gas and petroleum in the country.
Just tell your grandson not to settle in Texas. They're crazy in Texas.
But he's also this my cousin is nuts. Very.
The politicians are crazy. The education is crazy. They're just nuts.
Yeah, he lives in Houston, and he thinks. I think he thinks that Bush was God, probably the way he acts. Well, you know what it is? Actually, he also likes Obama because, not for politics, he hates his politics, but, he plays a lot in the market, and he's done very well with the market with Obama, so that part he likes, but everything else he hates about him. He's very, very much to the right. But, and of course, he doesn't believe in anything like, the global warming. He doesn't believe in any of that.
Well, neither does Senator Imhoff. He brought in a snowball to Congress the other day, and they had the floor of the Senate.
Yeah, what kind of global warming is that?
Yeah.
They're so stupid. And he's in charge of the science, in the Senate.
Yeah. Well,
I would have liked to see Paul as president.
Who?
Ron Paul.
Ron Paul.
Well, I tell you, he's not far from wrong in some of the things he says. He's a bit more moderate than his father.
No, I'm talking about the father, not the son.
Oh, you're talking about Ron. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people. Well, he did have quite a following. He really did. He appealed to college kids. Ron Paul. More with the libertarian view of you get the government out of my living room. Let me do what I want to do. States' rights.
Well, it's. I don't think any of these politicians got it right these days. I mean, now Republicans are running the government, and they can't do anything.
Yeah, there seems the honeymoon is over.
You're right about that.
Even began.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything getting better.
Nah, and it's not going to, because now they're just going to. Instead of fighting against the Democrats, they're going to fight against each other.
And what's going to happen is, like the Democrats said after they took such a big hit in 2014, they said, let's see what the Republicans are going to do. If the Republicans can't get it together, they're going to lose the White House again in 2016, because there's no way that they're going to be able to rally around a certain candidate, and they're just going to make it that much easier for the Democrat to waltz right in, no matter who the Democrats put up.
I mean, they had that. What's it called? A CPAC? Was that what it's called?
Well, yeah, that was in Iowa, I think.
That was they're booing Jeb Bush. I mean,
well, because Jeb Bush is just not conservative enough for them. Mitt Romney tried to be what he's not. He's not really a conservative person. But you listen to his speeches, and he was like one of the commentators said over the weekend. Mitt Romney tried to appease every audience that he was talking to. So he would forget what he says from one speech to the next. Jeb Bush at least is sticking to his gut. Look, Jeb Bush is, except for education and immigration, he's very much a conservative. That's how he ran Florida. Okay? They try to make him out to be a moderate. I guess when you compare him to what's out there, he would be a moderate, or he'd be considered a moderate. but he's not. He's certainly the smarter of the two brothers, but, doesn't take much to be smarter than George, Although, let's face it, you wouldn't mind sharing a beer with him,
Yeah, if you don't fall on his head.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I'm going to get out of here.
It was a pleasure speaking to you. We are on Mondays and Fridays. Okay, if you ever find yourself with time and you want to shoot the breeze, Mondays are about just about anything. We always sort of leave it up to the caller. We generally print up a blurb. Today was supposed to be about, global terrorism and whatnot, as you saw. And Fridays, it's usually has to do with a religious theme. Okay, but
not extremely serious.
So, Monday and Friday, 9 o'clock, just look for us. We'll be here. Pleasure talking with you.
All right, well, you guys take care of yourself.
I wish your grandson luck.
All right, thank you again for calling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Adam sort of hung up, huh?
Adam sort of hung up. Police sort of hung up.
All right.
And ladies and gentlemen.
It's 10:30, and we're about to say good night.
We're going to say good night. I am going to play a little song to end the night with.
I don't care if it rains or freezes, as long as I got my plastic Jesus riding on the dashboard of my car. I could go 100 miles an hour.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play a little song here. And when the song ends, the show ends. So on behalf of Mark and myself, I'll say good night. Mark.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much. And we hope to catch your attention on Friday.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Hope to see you on Friday. Thank you again for listening.
Anytime, anywhere, I can pray, and Jehovah will hear what I say. When each morning I wake, I remember to take just a moment to thank Him for this day, for the wonders I find on the way. In my mind, in my heart, I can pray, even when there's a crowd and I can't pray out loud, till Jehovah will hear me anyway. Anytime, anywhere, I can, and Jehovah will hear what I say. In the night He will hear when I call, He is near. Anytime, anywhere, I can pray.